They're back. After selling Kite, Belldegrun and Chang seek to change cancer treatment again. After developing one of the first therapies to genetically engineer white blood cells to attack cancer, and then selling their company Kite Pharma to Gilead for $11.9 billion, what do Arie Belldegrun and David Chang do next? And so Arie Belldegrun and David Chang were the co-founders of Kite Pharma, and so helped pioneer a breakthrough therapy genetically modifying a patient's white blood cells so that that patient can then fight cancer, which in turn led to Gilead acquiring Kite Pharma for $11.9 billion. In the sale, Belldegrun won the lion's share of the rewards from the deal, bagging a total of $694,266,006 from Gilead's acquisition. In a breakdown of earnings, Belldegrun will score $579 million from stock shares and pick up 17,370,000 invested shares and 33,270,000 in unvested shares. David Chang, Kite's head of research and development, will earn $98 million from the deal, as well as a $37 million golden parachute. And so after this development of this CAR-T therapy where they genetically modified the patient's own cells, Belldegrun and Chang actually saw limitations in the product that they developed and actually sold on to Gilead. One of the things they'd identified was that this treatment that they developed was actually incredibly expensive. You can see right here that it costs $373,000 per patient and involves a laborious process to re-engineer a patient's own white blood cells. Chang also mentioned it was incredibly slow. He's quoted as saying that too many patients, he says, will die while waiting for their cells to be re-engineered. It will be too difficult to move earlier in the disease. Doctors will need something off the shelf. And so the treatment that Chang and Belldegrun developed was actually a first-generation CAR-T therapy, which struggled to treat solid tumors successfully. Belldegrun and Chang had said that they always believed that the treatments that were developed by Kite Pharma were actually only the first step. And having been the pioneers of this treatment, they knew the limitations well, and as a result, Allogene Therapeutics was born. Allogene Therapeutics is a portfolio company of Belldegrun's venture firm 2 River and is raising funds from investors including TPG, Vida Ventures, Belco Capital, and the University of California Office of the Chief Investment Officer, and Pfizer, which will own 25% of the new company. One of the important things to note is that Arie Belldegrun has actually put in a significant amount of his own personal money into building out and developing Allogene Therapeutics in partnership with the organizations and Pfizer that I mentioned just a moment ago. You know, it mentions here that he owns the venture firm 2 River, but he is also the owner of Belco, founded in 2003 by Rebecca Belldegrun MD and Arie Belldegrun MD. Belco Capital is a direct investment firm that focuses on deploying capital in life sciences, real estate, consumer products, media, and other sectors. And so you can see here as of today that Pfizer actually only hold a 10% stake in Allogene Therapeutics, which you can see right here on Simply Wall Street. And so currently Arie Belldegrun holds a 2.63% stake in Allogene Therapeutics, and David Chang has a 2.58% stake in Allogene Therapeutics as well. And so if you've been following this channel for some time, you know that one of my investment strategies is to align and identify with world-class teams. So I'm investing a lot with individuals, and this is a case study, an example of that, right? You know, we're looking at Arie Belldegrun, we're looking at David Chang, who have done this before. They are in partnership with Pfizer to develop this new innovation, to be working on improvements of previous innovations. And on top of that, you know, you have Arie Belldegrun and David Chang, who kind of started off with Kite Pharma. And as mentioned in this video, you know, they're familiar with the shortcomings of their initial innovation, and they're working to develop an improvement, an off-the-shelf alternative solution. And what I typically do as well is I get into these stocks relatively early before any approvals. And when we look at the pipeline, which I'll go into a little bit more detail into another video, you can see we're at this stage right now where the pipeline is at a stage which is relatively advanced. There's still some way to go, as we can see, but like I said, it's before any kind of approvals, which is why we can see Allogene Therapeutics trading at what I consider to be quite a reasonable price. And so Arie Belldegrun, the biotech billionaire worth $1.4 billion, which you can see here, summed it up best. There's no question, everyone you'll ask, allogenic is the future. Is it a challenge? Yes. Do we have to assemble the best team in the world to do it? Yes. Even Pfizer, the best company in the world, cannot do it alone. We'll accept anyone who wants to help us bring this therapy to patients. I never believed in anything more than I believe in that. I'm excited, more excited than anything else. And so in the next video, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about Allogene Therapeutics, their team, and looking at their pipeline as well. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.